Hi everybody, it's Mr. Vallejo. Today I want to show you how to take Cornell notes. So let's go to the PowerPoint and see how to take Cornell notes. Well, you're going to want to take notes on your paper like this. You also have the option of taking electronic Cornell notes. What are Cornell notes? Well, Cornell notes, also called the Cornell note-taking system, is a widely used note-taking system devised in the 1950s by Walter Pock, an education professor at Cornell University. Pock advocated its use in his best-selling book, How to Study in College. Now, if you were actually taking notes on the PowerPoint today, I wouldn't want you to write all this information. I would want you to possibly know all this information, but I wouldn't want you to write this down word per word. If you just wrote this, note-taking system by Pock at Cornell in the 50s, you essentially would have all the information that you need from this slide. Let's take a look back. Cornell notes, 50s, Pock, Cornell, maybe the name of the book. Note-taking system by Pock at Cornell in the 50s, and I also, for the title, we'll see later that this column is going to be used for questions primarily, but I wrote the question, what are Cornell notes? And the answer is going to be right next to the question. Usually when you take Cornell notes, what you do is you fill up this area here first, and then come back and write those questions. But this one was so obvious, I went ahead and put the question right to the left of the content in the body of the notes. So why should we use these Cornell notes? Well, many educators feel that Cornell notes are a helpful aid in a student's education. Cornell notes allow the student to take organized notes. Okay, so you could write every single word, but I would be gone. I would change the slide before you were ready. But if you wrote just these 4 words and a symbol, helpful aid leads to organized notes, you would have all the information that you need from the slide. You even have the Cornell question again. Why should we use Cornell notes? But notice that I didn't even write all of that. I just wrote, why use? When we're taking Cornell notes, we want to write as little as possible, but we want to have all the information. We're going to divide the paper into 3 sections by drawing a dark horizontal line about 5 or 6 lines from the bottom. That's this one right here. I like to use a fat marker, not a Sharpie, but maybe like a Crayola medium point marker. Then you have a dark vertical line about 2 inches from the left side of the paper, like that. Some of my colleagues actually just have their students just fold it over so that you have that area there. We'll see why that is a good tactic later. And then you've got this line right here just to finish it up. So divide it into 3 sections. If you're taking Cornell notes, this is what you would write. And also, you should have on your paper a document heading, which includes your MLA header and the topic right there. So it says write your name, the instructor's name, course name, period or section, date, and topic or title at the top of each page, like that. And then your topic right over here. So I wrote write heading and title in my Cornell notes. Then what you do is while you're viewing a PowerPoint or listening to a lecture or you're watching a film, you write your notes in this large box right here, the biggest section. That's for your notes. Many educators say to skip a line between ideas and topics so that you can separate those out. I think that's a good idea. Also, don't use complete sentences. Use abbreviations whenever possible. Develop a shorthand of your own, such as using ampersand for the word and, but you could say B/W for between. You could use arrows going up for increase or down for decrease. As you take your notes, you'll become more and more familiar with abbreviations that you could use for your notes. And really, they just need to make sense to you. So I write notes, use a large box for notes, skip the line between ideas, and use, oh, I love this, abbrev. It's an abbreviation for the word abbreviation. Review and clarify and pull out your main ideas as soon as you can, as soon as possible, because you're going to forget what I said. You're going to forget what you read. You're going to forget what you saw. So pull out those main ideas, those key points, those people, those questions, and write those in the left column. That left column we call the Cornell column. So that's how you do it. Right over here, main ideas, key points. Some people won't even draw pictures in their Cornell column. When you're totally done, what you would do is you would write a summary at the bottom of the paper. I say that if your notes are more than one page, you only have to write one summary at the very bottom of the last page. This summary should be 5 sentences long, and I like it when you begin the summary this way. In this lesson, comma, I learned, and so tell us what you learned while you were viewing this lecture or listening to this lecture or watching this film or reading this text. And when you study, reread your notes in the right column, but really you should spend most of your time studying stuff in the left column, the Cornell column, and reading your summary. Hopefully those are key points that'll point you towards the knowledge that is more specific and more detailed in the main column and the right column. And you study this way, there's your grade. You could also take your notes not just on paper, but electronically. And I provided you with an electronic template here. You can type your notes right into this template. And then when it's time to turn it in, save the file to your computer or your cloud, such as your Google Drive with a different name, and then submit that through Canvas or Schoology, whatever your learning management system, your LMS is. Cornell Notes, a great way to learn, a great way to summarize, a great way to retain what you are learning. So good luck with that. Let me know if you need anything and you have any questions about Cornell note taking. I'm Mr. Vallejo. We'll see you later. Have a great day.